I think Catterall has a temperament where I don't think he's going to come in rushing, steaming, get counter-punched. I think, if anything, Josh Taylor will lose his head. He'll be in front of his own fans. I think he's a fiery Scotsman. That's what I love about him. And it wouldn't surprise me if he tasted the canvas at some point. I know it's a long shot saying that, and look, I might be proved absolutely wrong, but there's something in my head telling me that there'll be fireworks on Saturday night. I really do. I think this is. I don't know what it is. I know what's telling me. I don't know. I might be proven wrong. Maybe this video, maybe if we look at it next week, I might look like an absolute idiot. But there's just something in my mind telling me that Catterall is gonna perform to his best. And I think he'll make this much more competitive than what people think. I'm looking for Spence versus Bud Crawford, right? Will we see this fight happen next? Absolutely not, in my opinion. Do you know what I think what will happen? It will be Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. That's what will happen next, because the big fight is finally here. Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte. Right. My prediction is Tyson Fury will outbox him for the first 3-4 rounds. I think he'll back him up easier than what people think. I don't think people expect him to stand in the pocket with Whyte. I think he will, because I think if he gets in his head and he pushes Whyte back, then he's taken away that threat. He's negated a threat of Whyte coming forward all the time, because then Whyte's going to think, fuck me. I can't outbox him. I can't get him on the inside. I'm in trouble here. So I think you'll see a bit of that. I think Fury will want to assert his dominance. I think he will go in the middle of the ring, and I think that Kronk style, I think he has. There is more aggressiveness in him, right? And I think he's planting his feet more, and he's looking for the knockout. He's not just trying to go get on his bike for 12 rounds. I expect him the jab to win the fight, as usual with Fury. I think that jab is that good. It's elite level. I think that will win in the fight, and then the right hand will come, and I think Whyte will cop a few right hands, and as it gets later on in the fight and Fury's leaned on him, he's tired him out. Fury's very clever. When I say boxing IQ, it's not just about fancy foot movement and fancy combinations. It's smart. It's tying your opponent up, leaning on him, breathing on him. Little shots to the body that take you down. Little shots to the back of the head, making it dirty, making it uncomfortable. He's very clever at that, Tyson Fury. So I think they will play dividends as the fight progresses. And later on in the fight, I expect Tyson Fury to just poleaxe Dillian Whyte. I think Dillian Whyte will go out on his shield, but will get put to kip. Right. Taylor Serrano, fucking great fight. Absolute barnstormer. Now you've got Katie Taylor, great footwork, fast hands, amateur style. Against Serrano, who's got a pro style, good puncher. So it's an interesting fight. Now for me, Katie Taylor is showing signs that she's slowing down. Her feet, yeah. She's holding her feet more, right? So she's there to be hit. The hand speed's still there, but the foot movement, and that's what happens as you get older, where you throw your shots like Amir Khan, but if you can't get back out of range quickly, if your feet are slow, you're susceptible to getting hit, and that's the problem with Katie. I can just imagine it at some point they're just letting the hands go. Could be a bit like Barrera Morales,
yeah.
I could see that happen.
Who gets clipped?
I think both of them. I think Serrano gets stunned by Katie, but I think Katie will get stunned as well. I think Serrano will go to the body a lot. She'll try and go to the body. She's such a good body puncher, and obviously that'll try and slow you down. My prediction, Katie Taylor, split decision. Devin Haney, George Kambosos Jr. goes down Saturday night in Australia. Take away everything, right? Take away it being in Australia, take away Devin Haney's dad not being there. Just look at both these guys' attributes. Devin Haney is the all-round fighter, all-round better fighter. Do you know what will win him this fight? The jab, right? He will bust Kambosos up with that jab all night, right? He will absolutely bust him up, because Kambosos doesn't have great head movement. He's not got great defense. He's got decent hand speed, right? But he's not got great upper body movement, and he's there to be caught with a jab. He just doesn't move his head, right? I can see Devin Haney just keeping the distance and just busting him up with a jab. But ultimately, Haney will win the fight. I think people will be shocked. People will be shocked. Joe Joyce, Joe Parker goes down tomorrow night. Can't see Joe Parker winning this fight. I may be wrong. I think Joe Joyce is very underrated. As I said before, he's got a great amateur pedigree, and I think he'll use that. I don't think Parker will win. I think once he feels that jab and he takes a lot of it, and then the right hand comes in, I think it will slowly take the life out of him. Right, and as the rounds go on and on and on, I think his energy levels will go. And I think he might run out of ideas as he gets later on in the fight. I think Joyce will step it up. That's what I'm thinking. But my prediction for this fight, I think Joyce will take Parker out late on, round 10 and 11. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. That's the fight we want to see. Will it happen next? I don't believe it does. Shields versus Marshall. I've changed my mind now. Look, I might look stupid when I do this, and it is what it is, but it's just my instinct. And you might think this is stupid, and it probably is stupid, but it's just the confidence of Shields. I can't get past it. I can't get past how confident she is. Like, no matter how much I know Savannah has that KO power, and she can box, and she's a good boxer. This is not someone who's just a puncher. This is a good Olympic caliber boxer. Do you know what I mean? This is a world-class boxer. You know, so she can box, she can punch, but I just can't see Shields on the floor, knocked out. I can't see it. I just don't know why. It's instinct. It's just something telling me, and it's the chin's there, and I think she's open to that overhand right. I really do. I think that's the punch she's got to be careful with, because Claressa will come in low. She'll go to the body. She'll feint. This is a world-class boxer, and she'll feint to the body and bang, come over with that overhand right. And that's what I fear could be the honey punch for Claressa. Now,